Welcome back, Reds fans. In today's video, Victor Osimhen's surprise move could spark a £70 million Liverpool transfer. Marcus Rashford's exit route is clearer than ever, and Darwin Nunez's former coach has some honest words about his Anfield progress. Let's dive into the latest LFC drama and transfer buzz. Victor Osimhen decision could force £70 million Liverpool deal. Liverpool may well benefit in a massive way after Victor Osimhen finalizes his decision. The Reds have been waiting. Victor Osimhen's future is one of the most fascinating stories of the transfer window. The Nigerian is plainly one of the world's best strikers, and yet there's not too much of a market for him. Those who are in that market, however, are willing to pay incredible amounts. It appears Galatasaray will win the race. They're set to smash their transfer record to bring Osimhen back permanently from Napoli. But that's an enormous blow to Al Hilal, who wanted Osimhen to lead their attack. Foot Mercado reports that the Saudi side have now moved on to other targets, abandoning their pursuit. It leaves Napoli to figure things out with Galatasaray and Al Hilal to find common ground with a new striker. And that might just lead them to Liverpool. Darwin Nunez still without a new club. It's not a secret that Darwin Nunez is expected to leave Liverpool this summer. The problem is finding the right fee for him. The Osimhen transfer, however, plays into all of this significantly. Napoli would likely have the funds to sign Nunez if they sold the Nigerian, and they're certainly eager to get him. However, Galatasaray aren't willing to pay the money up front and want to pay in installments. Al Hilal offered to pay in full, but Osimhen doesn't want to go there. An alternative for Al Hilal, though? Nunez. Anfield Watch exclusively revealed back in January that there was an offer from the Saudi side for the Uruguayan. Liverpool rejected it purely because they didn't want to sell mid-season. There are no such qualms this time around, and if Al Hilal return, they'll see the £70 million bid accepted. And as they turn to new targets, that may well happen. Napoli's inability to get a deal done for Darwin creates a difficult situation that may well see them miss out entirely. That wouldn't happen if Osimhen wasn't so set on Galatasaray. Him moving to Al Hilal would leave Napoli as really the only bidder for Nunez. Instead, here we are, and Liverpool may end up getting their money in the end. Liverpool transfer blow leaves Marcus Rashford with clear Man United exit route. Manchester United are eager to sell Marcus Rashford after he fell out with boss Ruben Amorim, and Barcelona now look the most likely destination after the Spanish club made the England star their priority signing. Marcus Rashford is now Barcelona's priority target this summer after Liverpool rejected their approach for Luis Diaz, according to reports. Rashford is looking for his next club after being cast aside by Manchester United boss Ruben Amorim following a fallout between the pair. He spent the second half of last season on loan at Aston Villa and impressed under Unai Emery, but Villa did not take up their option to buy the forward permanently for £40 million. Rashford saw his loan deal end early after picking up a season-ending injury at Villa, and since recovering he has been attempting to drum up interest among clubs around Europe. United gave him extra time to secure a transfer before returning to training, but is now back at Carrington training away from the first-team squad. And according to Sky in Germany, Barcelona are now going all in for Rashford, who has become their clear number one target after missing out on Diaz. Barca boss Hansi Flick is on the lookout for a new winger and was left disappointed in his pursuit of Diaz, with Liverpool insisting the £60M rated star was not for sale. Bayern Munich also had a bid rejected for the 28-year-old this summer. It comes after Diaz insisted he was very, very happy at Anfield, having played a key role under Arne Slot in their Premier League title-winning campaign, scoring 13 goals and assisting 5. Now Flick has given the green light to Barcelona, pushing for Rashford, and the La Liga club will try to make the deal happen. Barcelona also missed out on Nico Williams after his shock decision to sign a 10-year deal with Athletic Bilbao, while they have also swerved on signing another target in AC Milan's Rafael Leo. It's understood Rashford is ready to take a huge pay cut on his £325,000 a week wages in order to seal a move to the Spanish giants to help Barca keep costs down, though the Spanish club are hopeful of doing a loan rather than signing him permanently. His salary remains a stumbling block in any deal, and United could still have to subsidize a portion of his wages to get the deal over the line. The Red Devils have already signed forward Matheus Cunha to push Rashford further down the pecking order, while they are also trying to snap up Brentford's Bryan Mbeumo. Liverpool now in prime position to sign double-threat attacker. Liverpool are always looking to be opportunistic in the transfer market. While reports might suggest that a player is all but confirmed to go to a club, a deal isn't ever across the line until an official announcement of the new signing wearing the shirt is published. As such, even though a lot of exciting transfer look to be unfolding across the world, Liverpool will still have an opportunity to sign some of their targets, even if it looks unlikely right now. Clubs' interest in players is always reported more than is necessary, and personal terms for a move can be easily agreed, but it's the transfer fee between clubs that creates the most uncertainty. In the case of Eberechi at Crystal Palace and the looming interest from Arsenal, it might actually be that Liverpool could have signed him by the end of the summer, based on the current situation. Ease to Liverpool is not a far-fetched idea. Over at Arsenal, a lot of transfer business is being conducted, and I have been complimentary of their plans, with ambitious deals looking to be finalized over the next few weeks, but given they are linked to quite a few players, the reality is that they will not be able to sign them all. In terms of the striker role, it appears as if Victor Gyökeres is the chosen one to lead their attack, meaning that Benjamin Sesko is now back on the market, which is promising for our striker hopes. And then on the wing, the assumption was that Rodrigo at Real Madrid would be their dream signing, superseding Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard, while Bukayo Saka controls the right side. But a bid of £50 million was sent in by Arsenal for Noni Madueke at Chelsea, which is a lot of money for a right-sided player who would be playing as Sake's backup. Potentially, he could move to the left side, but he is not experienced in that role, and the fee is substantial for someone their fans don't want. The Gunners' interest in Ease was reported in addition to them signing Rodrigo because the England star is versatile and he would bolster their attack in a number of different ways, but now the spotlight is on Madueke, at least one, if not both, of those deals looks to be in danger of collapsing. According to Inside the Cannon, an Arsenal-based social media page that is followed by the ever-reliable Fabrizio Romano, the North London side's business might stop after Gyökeres and Madueke, with interest in Christian Mosquera as a centre-back recruit finishing off their transfer business. Their latest update said, "It is our understanding that the club want to swiftly conclude deals for Gyökeres and Madueke to begin their preseason. AFC are planning to conclude their window with the acquisition of Mosquera from Valencia with no further business expected, so as to keep the balance sheet healthy." During initial reviews, Arsenal were interested in Madueke to be deployed as cover for Saka, but conversations between the play. Darwin Nunez's former coach weighs in on Liverpool future after lack of development. Darwin Nunez looks likely to be leaving Liverpool this summer after struggling to find his feet at Anfield, with his former coach weighing in on his problems on Merseyside. Darwin Nunez's former coach has weighed in on why the striker has struggled to settle in at Liverpool, as an exit from Anfield looks to be in the works. Nunez is being strongly linked with a move away from the Reds this summer, as his 3-year stint on Merseyside looks to be coming to an end. The Uruguayan has struggled for consistency since joining Liverpool from Benfica in 2022, with last season representing his worst return for the club so far. The 26-year-old scored just 7 goals in 47 appearances across all competitions, as his wastefulness in front of goal continued to be an issue. Nunez ended up falling further down the pecking order under Arne Slot, with his last start for Liverpool coming against Southampton at the start of March. Liverpool looks as though it will cut its losses this summer, with Napoli being heavily linked with a move for Nunez, although recent reports have suggested there might still be a lot of work to do before a deal is agreed. Giving his thoughts on Nunez's potential move to Italy, Uruguayan coach Fabian Coito explained why he feels his former protégé has failed to find his feet at Liverpool. A clear statement must be made about Darwin Nunez. Based on his technical, tactical, and personal characteristics, he needs certain conditions to be able to perform at his best, Coito told Kiss Kiss Napoli, via Area Napoli. First of all, he needs to be physically fit. Tactically, he needs game situations where he can exploit space to unleash his attacks in depth. This is his main characteristic that impressed me even when I coached him as a young player with Uruguay. And this is his main weapon even now. And these tactical prerogatives probably weren't developed at Liverpool, preventing him from expressing himself to the fullest. In the Premier League, the pace is high and you have to make the best decisions on the pitch in a fraction of a second. I have no doubts about Darwin. He's young, he has an impressive physique, his greatest quality, and he's in great shape. Plus, he's an exceptional person, and from my point of view, this aspect is fundamental. Liverpool.com says Nunez's talent has never really been in doubt. The problem is he has just let himself down with his finishing on too many occasions at Liverpool, and last season we saw how his form was having an increasingly negative effect on the rest of his game. The best thing for both parties now is a parting of the ways, and it looks as though that will happen. Hopefully Nunez can kickstart his career away from Anfield.